Welcome to Convergence TP, a technology leader in IP appliance connectivity to video management systems. Convergence TP was founded in 2010 with the objective to design state-of-the-art software to allow IP appliances to be seamlessly connected to a company's video management system regardless of the manufacturer. With the ubiquitous deployment of IP security devices, Convergence TP is able to add value around a company's security infrastructure, basically investments the customer currently owns or may be considering owning in the near future. I'd like to make a comment at this point. If you have the option to view this presentation in a higher resolution, select 720p or higher for the best viewing possible. Convergence TP has created a technology multiplier by merging man multiplier IP appliances with the video surveillance system, where video, text, and sensors converge into one video-centric solution. The technology multiplier defined here is the Convergence TP event streaming engine. This will improve the end user's return on their security investments. The event streaming engine is software, and it's optimized to provide a seamless interface for IP appliance connectivity into your VMS system. Video management systems were designed to accept video streams, to record them, display them, play them back on demand. Once the events from the IP appliances are converted into a video stream, they too can be recorded, displayed, and played back, just as your video is done today, and that's what Convergence TP has done. But we go beyond that, converting just the alerts to a video stream and recording the event. We create a database of the events, and it's sort of a catalog of the events where we associate the events with the recorded video so that upon playback, both the event message and the associated video are synchronized in time and displayed side by side on the client's monitor. Think of having a book which contains the answers to all your questions, but there's no index. That's the same thing as having a video system without being able to easily retrieve your specific events. Let's face it, there are hundreds if not thousands of hours of recorded video being stored in today's security systems without an easy way to find the events and their associated video. Convergence TP's hypermedia search engine provides the index and links your events in question to your video, which you've already recorded, and it finds it fast. We're talking a few seconds, not hours. Typical appliances are point of sale, RFID, asset tracking, personnel as well as components, access control, license plate recognition, ATM machines, and more. Let's look a little closer on how this works. On the left-hand side are the different types of man multipliers that are being used in today's businesses, corporate networks. These devices are actually IP appliances. In the center is the event streaming engine, which is where the information comes off of the IP appliances in a TCP/IP packet format. On the right-hand side is a video management display. In this case, it's a 2x2 screenshot of a point of sale, where the two images on the left-hand side are the video surveillance. The two images on the right-hand side are the Convergence TP event streaming engine. On the top is showing the actual transactions that are taking place one by one as the items are being scanned at the cash register. On the lower screen is the screen capture showing the sales receipt of all the items that are being purchased. This is typical of all the IP appliances, bringing them into the VMS system, showing real-time video as well as actual transactions. And we can do that for access control, which we'll show next here, ATM, license plate recognition, screen capture events, man-down events, procedures. And then there's your video, your IP appliances, bringing in your cameras, your alert messages, your procedures to follow. All of this can easily be done with the event streaming engine. Let's look at a few sample captures. The first one showing access control. Here we see a 2x2 display where 3 of the views are surveillance video, and the fourth one in the upper right quadrant is an alert message from the access control system that was sent to the event streaming engine. It shows text, an image of the person's badge with the message admit. The surrounding video and the alert message are all date and time synchronized. If we need to do a database search on this event, we could do so by searching on any keyword in the event, such as door name, person's badge number, person's name, date, time, etc. The next slide shows a similar event. However, here the person's badge is rejected. This time the image is bracketed in red. The word reject appears on the screen. And this time there's a procedure in the lower right quad that the end user has created to accompany this alert, and it provides instructions for the security guard to follow when this event occurs at this specific door. It states alert security, contact John Smith at extension 247, file this fault in a daily log. Also, this video and the alert message are easily retrieved by entering the keywords such as the event name, which is in this case reject, or the door name, or a person's name, the date and the time. I'll show some examples of the database search a little bit later in the video. Another application is point of sale. Here again is a 2x2 screenshot with two surveillance screens, two convergence TP screens. The one on the top right shows a line item purchase accompanied with cashier name, register number, location. Lower right screen is the screen capture of the cash register receipt. This shows all the items are being purchased. Later on we'll talk about doing a database search on a line item or an event where keywords used in the alert are used in the search tool where the event and its associated video are retrieved using the convergence TP hypermedia search engine. Next slide shows another application. This time it's for license plate recognition. Again, a 2x2 quad screen with 3 surveillance videos and 1 convergence TP video showing the license plate image, the date, the time, the location, and the type of event. In this case, it's a blacklisted plate. Next slide shows an ATM transaction. You're starting to see a trend here, yes? Again, a 2x2 screenshot with 3 surveillance videos and 1 convergence TP video in the upper right corner. The convergence TP screenshot shows the ATM transaction with an account number, the amount withdrawn, the person's name, the date, the time, and the ATM location. Not only do you have an ATM machine camera, but you also include all surrounding cameras in the same event. Also, this same technology can be applied to the teller workstation inside the bank, offering the same transaction retrieval of video and events as shown here for the ATM. This slide shows a typical man-down alert capture using a 2x2 screenshot with surveillance video on the left, convergence TP video on the right. The convergence TP video shows the event, the place, the date, the time, the location, plus the lower quad screen shows a procedure to follow. The procedures are developed by the end user specifically for their event using the easy-to-use convergence TP procedure message tool. I mentioned another tool in the event streaming engine tool set, and that's the hypermedia search engine, and I'll talk about that next. Shown here is the hypermedia search engine tool screen. The search tool allows the user to define the type of search to be made and offers the user a drop-down menu which includes selectable date, time, and a list of events. I've used the man-down search window here as an example, and what we're going to do is look for events that contain the word test, and I'll limit the search to a certain group of days in the month of August of 2012. As displayed here, once we've identified the event type and it's going to contain the word test, when we click the word spreadsheet, we'll actually get a table shown down here below. It'll provide the date, which includes the time, the badge holder's name, the RFID badge number, the event type, in this case it's the word test because that's what we search for, and it even generates a location because the location was one of the default parameters in the database search. Once the events are shown on the table here, there's a few buttons over here on the left-hand side. One of them is Show Cameras. If I click on that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the camera view associated with Jim Bates. We're going to have the date, the time, the location. This one here shows the alert and also the message that goes along with it. Another button shown in the table down below is called Expand. If I click on that, that will show me all the keywords that were used in the TCP/IP packet associated with this particular event. There's another button on the screen here. It's called Download. This is an opportunity for you, the user, to take the information from the table below and export that in a comma-separated variable output format into a spreadsheet such as Excel, whereas you can take that information and create monthly, quarterly reports based on those particular events. Let's go ahead and show that next. Access control events are not limited only to people entering or leaving a building, but can be used to monitor equipment as shown here as it's applied to an extended door open alarm. Looking at the freezer door open alarm at several small restaurants, they can be monitored using your access control IP appliance and the results plotted over a period of time. Here we're showing a freezer door left open at a few franchise locations. It could be a broken lock or personnel not closing the door. In either case, this could be costly if the food has to be thrown out due to spoilage. This slide shows the point of sale alerts, where events can be presented graphically. Shown here are an unusual amount of no-sale events. They're taking place by one cashier over the period of 7 days. The average no-sale per week is maybe 1, yet one cashier has processed 13 of them for the week. Maybe that's normal for the station, but it's worth looking at the video to be sure a customer is standing there when the no-sale is transacted. This can be done just by clicking on the Show Cameras button on the hypermedia search engine screen. This slide shows a graph which was created by taking data from the license plate recognition database search where blacklisted plates are showing up at a resort that used the license plate recognition software. Vehicle plates that were once whitelisted plates while they were registered as guests at a resort are now changed to blacklisted plates once they checked out. What we're seeing here are cars coming back to the resort to use the facilities, the pool, the tennis courts, the restaurants, and other resort facilities after they've checked out. In the example shown here, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays seem to be the most popular days to revisit the resort, so maybe an extra security guard would be necessary on those days. These are just a few areas where the hypermeter search engine files can be used. I'd like to go ahead and summarize what we've just covered here and just go on to the one question is why convergence TP? Well, basically it's to save your current investment by adding value to what you already own. The convergence TP solution is a seamless integration to your VMS system because we come in as a camera. What possibly could be easier? There's no new training. It's the same VMS system you're currently using. The search items are intuitive. These alerts are keywords. We're using the same vocabulary that you're currently using. It couldn't be any easier than using words that they use every day. We have a back office feature. I didn't get into any detail on that, but basically it records events without having to display them in real time. This has applications such as in mobile NVRs or other low power applications or any application where you would not normally view the events in real time. Many times you're looking for something after the fact, such as point of sale applications, to go back and look at what was sold or refunded on a specific day, or access control, asking yourself, well, did John Smith ever enter the building during the month of March, and so on. And keep in mind, just one event streaming engine license allows you access to all the other data node licenses shown here at the bottom of the screen. And lastly, I'd like to thank you for your time, and also if you have an IP appliance we haven't mentioned and you'd like to have it connected to your video management system, please give us a call. You can reach us at sales@c2p.com, 800 number shown here on the screen, or our website at c2p.com, and find out if Convergence TP can add intelligence to your video. Thank you.